Okay.
George Kilpatrick, inspiration for the nation, celebrating people we feel good about. Corriders comes by every now and again to update us on what's going on in his world. He is the director of neighborhood and business development, I think, something like that. He'll tell me, he'll correct me. For the Center State CEO, part of the Southeast Gateway Project. That's why we're here. What's your exact title so I can get it right?
It's the manager of neighborhood economic development, but I like that director.
You like that?
Terminology.
You like
That flows a little
that?
better. Yeah.
Yo, Cal. So lots of politically, you got Mayor Walsh staying in office. I don't know how that affects what you're doing, but certainly he's on board, I'm sure, with what y'all are doing over there. So tell me what's going on with Southeast Gateway.
Yeah, so George, I wanted to quickly talk to you about this cool mini grant that we came out with. So as I've shared with you in the past, my role is focused in the Southeast Gateway, which is just south of downtown. It starts at East Adams Street, ends at Kennedy Street on the south, and then goes over to Allman on the east side, and then Midland on the west side. And
as far as Midland, okay.
Yep, as far as Midland. And within that footprint, there's some big economic development projects happening, which many folks might know about, like the STEAM School, I-81, JMA Wireless, the Blueprint 15 project, and a bunch of other things. So we wanted to be intentional and make sure that we are complementing those big projects with some neighborhood level economic development projects. So we came out with this mini grant that people can apply for now. The application window is open, and it'll select 3 winners, and each winner will get $5,000 to do anything kind of related to commercial and mixed use real estate. So just a couple quick things about it. The grant is intended to support people of color, women, veterans, and disabled people. Both businesses and nonprofits can also apply. Again, it does have to have a commercial or mixed use building, and it's not as prescriptive in terms of what you can do with the funds. So if you own building, if you're looking to put some signage on or do some repairs or an expansion, or if you wanted to rent it out to a commercial tenant and needed to do some build out, all of those things all qualify. If you were someone who was looking to purchase real estate in that neighborhood, this could help with maybe closing costs. The project size must be below $150,000, but other than that, it's up to folks' creativity to see what they want to do with the funds in that neighborhood.
Yeah, and grant means I give you the money and we're good.
So, yep, that's exactly right. You don't have to pay it back. There is some documentation and things like that we'd want to see, but nope, not alone. This is $5,000 to 3 different people.
So it's 3 grants that you have.
Yep, 3 grants of $5,000. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm looking at that card, and like you said, there's so much going on. I know in the health center, is that part of your? Yeah, so you got the health center.
The health center.
Listen,
yep.
I've been trying to get JMA on this show for like 2-3 months. So if you can make that happen, Cal, can we do this? I email those folks. But anyway, that's beside the point. But that there is so much going on and so much potential for this neighborhood that we've been hearing about for so long, right? And so I like this idea that this is so it's kind of competitive in some ways, right? Because
very much so. Yep.
What's the deadline for the application? Where do people get the application?
Yep. So it opened last Wednesday, October 27th, and it ends 2 weeks from this Friday, so November 19th. So a short window. The application is on Center State's website, but you can also reach out to me directly, and I'm happy to provide that information, answer questions. Anything I can do to help, just reach out to me.
Again, eligibility is any commercial or nonprofit business in the corridor for a specific purpose. And it's basically, it's a neighborhood improvement, neighborhood development, whether you're a mom and pop or whether you're a church. Can a church apply? Like,
yes,
there's obviously some churches, there's a active corridor down there. And the only stipulation is that you want it to be targeted to people of color in that community, right? So anyone
that's right
who's defined under that banner can apply. Anything else going on in this area that we should know about? You ticked off a few things. Can you just spend a minute on each one of them, like the status of each one of those? Blueprint 15,
Sure.
for example.
Sure. So to your point too, George, I would be happy to help coordinate with anyone in this like JMA or Blueprint 15. If you wanted to have some of those folks come on and talk, I would do, definitely do my best to help get them on your show. But Blueprint 15 and is working with a master developer in the housing authority, and they're really doing planning right now what that housing redevelopment would look like. JMA is, if you drive by there, their project is, the building is going up like that. It looks like the building is almost complete with their development, and I believe that they're looking to open in maybe first quarter of next year, and
And
hopefully they'll be doing some hiring from the neighborhood.
what's the specifics about what that project is?
Yep. So JMA Wireless is a 5G tech manufacturing business. Their original site is in Liverpool, and this particular site is looking to manufacture 5G wireless antennas that'll go on like stadiums and things like that. The housing Syracuse Community Health Center, they're looking to begin their project, I believe, sometime next year. I think they're kind of in the planning and fundraising area right now. So just a lot of energy in the neighborhood right now.
No, there certainly is a lot of energy in the neighborhood, and that's why you're there, right? As the manager of neighborhood and economic development for. I gave you a promotion to director, so
Tell
yo,
my
Rob,
boss
y'all see what we need to do over here?
Go talk to Rob for sure.
I want to also say something about you, somebody who went to Syracuse. You didn't go to Syracuse University, right?
Yeah.
You
Yep, I
did.
did.
Yeah. Grew up in Syracuse you're basically not far from the neighborhood that you grew up in. So
yeah, I live on South Side,
live on the South Side. So tell me about your decision and your commitment to community, because that's pretty big. Grew up living and also now working.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think Syracuse has so much potential, and I really get, and especially going to SU and hearing people from downstate and various places talk about Syracuse and not wanting to stay here because of this and that reason. So just very committed to doing my part to make it a better place. And so many others are like yourself. So I appreciate you giving me the space and the time to continue to have these conversations with you and the community.
How's that workout going though, Cal? Used to see you in the gym over there.
You put me on blast now. Yeah, I'm still up early getting after it.
I hear you. All right, just want to make sure we stay on point here. All right,
Absolutely.
listen, Cal Corriders, CenterStateCEO.com for information about the Southeast Gateway Mini Grant Program. 3 grants, $5,000 each for commercial or nonprofit.
Commercial or mixed use. Yep.
For commercial mixed use
properties. Yeah.
Properties. Did I say? But a nonprofit is eligible as well.
Yep. Business is a nonprofit, sir. Yep.
That's deadline is November 19th. Cal will help you navigate and negotiate through all of that. Let's get those grants and let's announce some winners and say you heard it here in Inspiration for the Nation, so you can get, maybe that'll make you get a little bit of extra consideration. Anyway, Cal Corriders, keep up the good work. Stop by anytime when you got something to say.
Thanks, George.
Inspiration for the Nation.